Alright, so what up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Spinoff Adventures Emerald Lions. And on today's episode, stuff is gonna happen. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, what happened last episode?
Well, we finally left the tavern and entered a very particular shop where it had a old man that was selling us some curse-free goods and whatnot, and we got to talking, and then we made himself a deal. We got some rather expensive elixirs with the promise that we would get rid of the problem with no major casualties, and that we would also promise to clean up his shop, which we're in the middle of doing right now.
Cool.
Yeah. Specifically last time with me, we're in this shop, and I kind of just went and followed this old man into the back of his store because he's picking up a trench coat, but I kind of want to talk to him personally.
Alright. And as for Tivna, we had a talking
Uh,
sword.
Talking rapier.
Yes. That some sort of mysterious person in there. Who knows? Um, and so we start off with Pick. You're in the back rooms with this old guy. Uh, as he telling about give me an insight on this guy while you're
Okay, sorry, I'm back. I was getting some water.
so good. It's so good.
Seems to be having Jackson give help.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Me and Jackson came to the exact same conclusion looking at this man with both rolls being a 21.
Dang. It is at this moment that both of you with your lots of brain cells realize that this guy is older than he appears. More even. Also, he has this air of like mystery.
I think I already figured that out. That's part of the reason why I want to talk to him privately,
Alright.
because he's like an entity of some sort. I do believe is the word you used last go round.
Mm-hmm. And he looks at you, he's like, you say you want to talk to me, or he says,
Yeah, yeah. No, I kind of do. I'm very interested in who you are and why you keep on looking at my friend the way you do, the pink-haired one.
mm, mm. Well, as to know who I am, he kind of like squints at you. Give me a persuasion check, really quick.
Right. Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. Mm, I guess I'll just tell you what I'm called here. Um, the name you could call me Vladimir. He says, and then like he has this accent in raises his eyebrow a little bit. Friend is one of those night walkers, yes?
Hmm. Would you happen to be one yourself to make such an assumption?
No, no, nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. Um, and there's been a few vampires here around this place.
I know I've come across a few corpses of their kind. Uh, Part of the reason why we need some of your little special elixirs and such. A lot of things here aren't very friendly and are capable of murdering, well, up to vampires. And it wasn't just vampires. But you're
Mm.
different. I know you're not who you say you are. You
Mhm.
even specified saying what they call you here. What do they
Mm.
call you in other places?
This is already a little bit. That would be for another time, perhaps.
I'm more concerned about what you can do to my friends. Uh, I'm not particularly the big emotional feely type, but I do care about these people. Uh, I'm not sure if they fully believe me if I told them that to their face. So let's keep that personal, all right? But you're I'm getting all sorts of weird vibes from you, and you keep on looking at my pink friend, and I can't make heads or tails of it, and I would very much like to.
Hmm. Well, you kind of like things are a bit. It's a very complicated thing to say. If you'll be able to understand, but and kind of like whispers to to pick. They've been here before, no? I've seen them before, but they don't seem to remember this place.
Yeah, that does seem to add up very well with them. Uh, they have seemingly been through a lot, uh, and that's why I want to make sure you're not going to put them through any more. Uh, that's all I'm really asking for. Uh,
I'm pretty sure I'm harmless to your pink-haired friend. So
all right, and you said that they've been here before. What were they like before?
well, and that was been about many years ago, with a group of people. His mirrors are solid speaking sounds vaguely play in the background as a cult as a sword that wants not to be known. Give me stealth, Timna. um, and they
Oh,
My earlier stealth was 13. Can I please use that? That one was
no.
a nat. That was a nat one.
you should have asked for stealth beforehand.
Should have.
And no,
It's
you do indeed do the Metal Gear Solid. The only problem is the box makes too much noise. That's the clap of your cheeks alert the guards.
Given the distance, can I at least have the advantage?
Mm,
I, I, I don't know.
let's see. Um, Shae kind of like notices you try to sneak. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
Sword spoke to me. It spoke.
Um, Miss looks at the sword. What?
It spoke to me. And for this reason, I must keep it away from you for the time being. I must
Oh,
know its intention.
um, give me a persuasion really quick.
24.
Um, All right.
To be fair, let's be fair.
Hmm?
At this point, my character has already been confirmed to have some form of mental issue, considering they're always talking to themselves now.
Hmm.
So this is kind of just like, yeah, this is normal
Um,
at
Shay
this point.
Shay says, "All right. Going over there, basically about to leave, and then the sword kind of like starts to glow slightly. Uh, I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask. She goes over to the others like, not my problem." And you hear the entity say, "Ay, no, no, come back." Ah, all right. Going back to Peck again. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
It's all good. Um. So, Vladimir, he looked at you. He's like, "Well, your pink haired friend has been here before with others. I've heard they were called the Winter's Crest about 200, 300 years ago. I heard there was a
Alright.
huge battle here, alongside some calamity of sorts."
Alright. Alright, yeah. The calamity, it struck. Uh, but Winter's Crest took it down. Uh,
Well, they prevented the calamity. There was this dark goddess that wanted to come out, at least according to to the bards that usually tell a tale and whatnot. The Legend of Winter's Crest.
yeah, bards will do that. Not sure if that's good or bad, but like Vicky makes it seem like it's good, so eh.
Mhm.
Uh, that being said,
I mention a Figgy's name, he sneezes. The dust.
uh,
Mhm.
so so Shae was back here, some Lord knows how long ago. Really makes me think about the 30 years I've got in my life. But I'll deal with that one in a personal matter. I'm just part of the package here.
Mhm.
But I don't know. So they've been here before to stop or put on pause a great calamity. Uh,
Not like not directly, more like I guess in supporting the group of heroes that were zeros before. At least what I've heard. He says.
and they seem to have gotten memory loss. Do you know if it was like exactly after, or if it's been some time after they had left? And I'd assume have done some traveling.
Well, he kind of thinks for a bit. It's basically right. I've heard right after the Dullahan took over or materialized here in Seventh Peak.
Of course, everything ties back to the Headless Horseman. Isn't that a load of fun? Oh man, mystical undead stuff is always a pain in the ass. Um,
Arrowhead.
do like they left something long ago before losing their memory that could help us fight this Dullahan? I don't know, like some key or something, mystical artifact, whatever.
And kind of like thinks for a bit. not that I heard about it, but like a art big artifact, but there is definitely um Mother Grandel. Maybe she has something maybe that could, huh? Maybe you could go talk to her. In the she's located in the chapel. Um, though she's very secretive with other things. He says.
All right, yeah. So a possible MacGuffin lead, that's always reassuring at the very least. Doesn't have to be big, I guess it just has to be something. And that you said the chapel, go speak to the mother. All right.
Hmm.
Ah, what exactly type of role do you play in all of this? You've been here a really long time. You've gotten to know these stories, but you're not a bard, as far
Oh,
as I can tell. Why do you do this? Why do you spend your time here?
it's well, I believe it's the. He kind of like frowns a bit. Give me an insight really quick on this
All
dude.
right, me and the bird brain, we work as one.
Alrighty.
14.
Alright. You could tell that his face kind of like when you say that he's deeply thinking, and then his face is kind of like a blank as he kind of says. You can tell that he doesn't remember much. He's like, ah, I don't know. It's it's blank in my head right now. Um, but why? Hmm. I just know that I've been here for a while. Uh,
Yeah, all right. We'll just chalk this up to Dullahan, uh, magic or sorcery, whatever you want to call it. Uh, Hopefully after we deal with this, maybe you'll get some more insight as to why, and hopefully Shae will remember. And especially hopefully everything in this town will be a lot less, bleak and scary and murderous.
mm,
I wasn't joking about those dead vampires. Those things are very, very much dead. I was just trying to get some questions, and they were murdered heavily.
hmm.
Uh, you know,
He nods. He's like, hmm. You like to ask a lot of questions, Bird.
uh, funny enough, the statement is curiosity killed the cat. Luckily, I'm not a cat. Uh, so I'll just go ahead and, help you find a trench coat for our very odd friend. And also, where are your nuts and bolts? I do need a help. I do need tools to fix your door.
Oh,
Uh,
I. Oh, wait, the door and the trench coat. The doorknobs. He kind of like goes over. Give me an investigation when you're with advantage.
right?
Mm-hmm.
15.
All right. So after a bit, it's basically in the corner, where, like by a little box of bits, like parts and stuff.
Mm.
Um.
Yeah,
I
do
was
we
just
also find the
remembering
trench
this.
coat?
Hmm?
Sorry. I was just remembering this out of character, but last time didn't I give someone accidentally flight, and it was already the character with flight?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the one who's used to flying.
yeah.
I've not
Oh,
flown yet. We've
used
just
to
been in a
flying.
room.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting it be remembered. Also
Mm-hmm.
used to flying, but if this stacks, then you might not be used to flying that fast.
um. Yeah. So he goes over uh and then finds a box. It's a little bit dusty, but he just uncovers it. And, you find the bolts, and he finds the trench coat or box of trench coats, old ones. He's like
I guess.
he takes one out. He's like, whew. I guess. Yes, the olden smell. Old leather.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what size to get them because it sounds like they might be planning for multiple people to be wearing this trench coat. But then again, they're also a very small kobold. So, ah,
Um, he kind of he's like, hold on 1 second, and like goes over, just peeks his head from the door, and he shouts for Tibna. Aye, what size are you?
No clue, but the council dictates that we need a trench coat.
Oh, there's any trench coats?
Let me get back to you on that.
Okay. As he basically like grabs the whole box of like full of old trench coats and just goes over to the from the door, go over to the uh to the front of the store.
counter.
Yeah, counter. And sets it there. And this basically, you can tell it's very dusty.
I'm the trench coat's a trench coat. I guess I'll be grabbing the stuff I need for fixing the door, and then just go to the door and begin fixing it.
Okay. Let's see. That will be a sleight of hand for that.
All right, cool. I am proficient with the tools necessary, so it's an additional +3,
Yes.
and I'll have Jackson helping me out.
Okay. Nice.
26.
Nice. Okay. So you go and you start fixing the door. You know what the heck you're doing. You're doing the thing.
Helping Cree Straw has trained me for this.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that little knowledge that you know.
Mm.
Yeah. So yes, you have a door.
I fixed the man's door. I have kept my end of the bargain.
Nice. Alright. So everyone now sees one pig already, like, fixing the door at the same time, Vladimir, or this guy, Vladimir, go, yeah, so he's like, there you go, there's some trench coat, you pick whatever you want.
I reach into the coats, and I hope that none of them speak to me again.
Okay. Wait.
What does the council decide? Big ones or small ones?
You go into that inner space, and there's your little kobold friends, and they have these like they have these like, I guess, Supreme Court justice like robes, a little bit of like a kind of like a congressman, kind of like judges, and then they're like one of them is like, a long one. No short one. Long one. So they're kind of like debating with the gavels.
It seems I can't make up my mind. Do any of these change sizes? Actually, I'm going to roll for Arcana, just in case.
Yes.
All
Alright.
my rolls today.
Oh dang.
Oh, that's a.
Ah.
That was
I would say with advantage because he is also trying to look. Let's see.
12.
Yeah, both
That's
of you.
better than the 3.
Both of you actually find like a trench coat that basically is magical. That can be basically like change sizes whenever.
Solution found. Yoink.
And for comedic effect, hold on. Let me
What was comedic effect?
For comedic effect, if I can, there we go. Where? If my screen can, there we go. Okay, so basically, this sound starts to play on. Yes. Basically, I thought that.
I did not notice the sound. I just rolled a perception to see if I noticed the sound or not.
Okay.
We all get to roll perceptions just to
Yes.
see if you notice
Yes.
that.
Everyone.
All right.
Everyone, please.
There goes my roll. What about Jackson? Does Jackson notice it separately from me?
I mean, they have their own ears, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Jackson are 2 points away from each other. 27 to 25.
Nice.
I have a 22.
Everyone but the person who collected the item has heard this sound.
You just hear da-da-da-da.
The hell is that?
Don't worry about that, Vladimir says. Don't worry about that, Vladimir says. Sometimes there's some silly sounds here every now and then that you can hear.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of interested in that, and I would like to hear some of these silly sounds now. By the way, door fix. Got anything else that makes silly sounds?
As you fix the door, you just hear like a funny like level up sound.
Yes.
If I can find, there we go. There we go. Hold on. This is the sound. Hold on. Come on. Hello? It's heavily delayed on my end. I gotta reload this thing. So yeah, like the level up sound, and then like the item.
Yeah. I guess I'll just grab his tools and begin putting them back now then.
Okay. Yes.
Joking.
Alright, so this is your
Yeah, let's not
transcode.
overuse that joke, otherwise it's going to get old very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But it is funny now.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so there's your trench coat.
It will not be known. It will not be used again until far later when we've all forgotten about it and just out of nowhere.
Gives us a MacGuffin like 30 sessions into the future, and we just hear that noise.
Just for no good reason other than someone just picked up a trench coat again or something.
So yeah,
The party will remember this.
the party will remember this. Ow.
Oh, we will not.
Alrighty. So you have your trench coat. Valmir's like, alright, there you
I
go.
immediately put it on.
Okay. You put it on. It fits you at the moment. And the color of the trench coat is red.
So we got a small little Carmen Sandiego here.
Guess where I am.
Silent Peak.
Silent.
What facts you got for us
I'm
today?
in my own world.
Oh no, that's worse.
Yes, a little investigator, says the Vladimir. And by the way, my name is Vladimir. I forgot to tell you my name.
Adding a custom item, trench coat.
Trench coat.
Does it count as? Probably does not count as armor in the slightest.
Travel
It could be-
clothes?
Yeah, I think it's like clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we might consider it fine clothing instead of travel. I mean, trench coats aren't exactly travel suited, funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
Though they are, it, assuming this one's made of leather, they are, and trench coats are not necessarily thin.
You know,
Let's
they're
just
not.
leave it as just normal clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we'll start dictating it as leather armor, and that's just not the right dictation either.
Mm-hmm.
The trench coat's not going to save your life from the same stuff that leather armor would.
Mm-hmm.
If enlarged far enough, it would definitely have the thickness to stop most things.
Mm-hmm.
Just simply due to the fact that it would be enlarged so much so that it would probably just consume the area.
Consume.
Yes. Anyways,
Alright. So, you have that at the moment. Figgy, what are you doing at the moment?
Well, I was still cleaning up the spot, so I imagine we're pretty much done at this point.
Yes, I believe so, if people want to. Um,
I see no problem.
Alright. And just to make sure, because I think I wrote it down, but for some reason I don't notice it. Um, where's those three things that we made the deal for? It was like a golden, those three golden potions we were talking about.
yeah.
What were they called?
Dang. They were called
I'm pretty sure that,
the Moon Dragon Blood.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so if for some reason they didn't save that. Okay, so we have 3 vials of moon dragon blood on lend.
It's on Len.
How does
We-
one return it once used?
I mean, they'll just have to get it from our corpse.
Just just wring us dry of the remains of it.
Sully takes out a shovel. You look like
Industrial squeezer.
And what were the effects of said moon dragon blood?
Yeah. Purification purposes.
Yep, purification purposes.
Yes.
But what were the actual effects for these purification purposes?
I forgot.
It's rolled 19 on medicine, so
Mm-hmm.
I do believe I think I rolled like either a 19 on the die or a nat 20 to see how good this stuff was.
Oh yeah, it's the good shit.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
good
why
shit.
we got it.
Yeah.
Because he also told us what it was, and I was like, oh, now let me check for sure.
Basically it's like a holy it's I forgot what I said. Damn it. But it's a good cook.
Good kush, no.
But yeah,
it was definitely potatoes.
Bro, what you do is you get your bread, right? You get this moon dragon blood, you just you just dip it a little bit in the bread, make sure it's soaked in there, get yourself a sandwich. I promise you, it'll be the
It tastes
best
like
sandwich.
potatoes.
Yes.
all the potatoes. No, is it potato bread?
Yeah, of course it's potato bread.
Who doesn't love potato bread?
Potato bread is
Exactly.
potato bread is like top tier. Even though it wasn't supposed to be top tier, it just is now. It just happens like that because
Yep.
potato.
Potato.
Yep.
Potato. But yes,
Right.
So yeah, we'll just figure out the effects of it later when it comes about. But yeah, we did figure out what it did. We just, for some reason, the notes did not save it. Chatness. So yeah, I think that's about does it. So, I believe we should be ready to go on over to the hospital. Yes.
Tomorrow's like, yeah, I would, yeah. Let's go. And Shae's like, kind of like quiet for now, and she just sneezes.
Bless you. Gesundheit. To
Uh,
start speaking in other languages that I know, saying essentially "bless you."
and
It's
just
gonna be. It's gonna sound rude when I say this, but do vampires sneeze?
sometimes says Shae.
Okay, just making sure.
They do, but when they do, it's in Italy. All the garlic.
Mm.
Ah,
I mean, I
And
could be
pepper.
around garlic. It's just not that too often.
Well, then you would still hate Italy. Because it's everywhere.
Yeah. And Clayne basically is outside already. He's like, let's go! Outside, like, basically.
all right. Thank you for your business, Vladimir. We'll promise to make sure to spread the good word once we finish the job.
Alright, good luck, he says. You're gonna need it. And you walk out.
I use the trench coat to help hide the fact that I still have the sword.
I stole this man's sword.
No, I left mine in my magic rapier in its place. Rolled an 18.
You still stole a man's sword.
Sword. Alright. Let's see. For Tifna, give me. Actually,
I did
everyone.
a sleight of hand just now.
Alright, just sleight of hand versus perception. Anyone that.
Sure, Jackson's always looking for shinies.
Shinies!
Bird. We can't judge him.
Little bird!
25.
25. You notice. Well, he notices. Though he doesn't really, like, mind. He's like, shrugs.
What you shrugging about there, buddy? Kind of on my shoulder. I'm right next to you. My head is right next to you.
He says. And translate to be shiny. Shiny sword.
I mean, shiny sword. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty solid. Where exactly?
Just like points his wing to Tivna.
I just look over. Have you always had that? That doesn't seem.
Well, one
Yes.
of the bandits, I found a rapier of magical quality.
You found a rapier of magical quality. I
The
feel like
bandits that we
that's.
killed. And by found, I mean, well, they're no longer needing it.
Pretty sure that's deception against insight.
Yeah.
I'm going to be rolling my deception then.
What about figure? What is
22.
Me and Jackson are working together to try to figure this out. 25.
Oh shit.
Mm,
Um. Let's see. Where's the
to
game?
be fair, the
over?
sword, not necessarily a rapier, is it? Let's see. Darts.
The
Oh,
sword.
there it is.
There it
No,
is.
no, technically, I guess it can count as one.
So. Yes, the truth. Yeah, it's a rapier. Um. Well, okay. definitely a rape here.
Uh, I'm just gonna. I have a feeling you didn't get it off of those guys, but like, I guess also the old man didn't particularly stop you. But the real question is, do you know what it does?
It spoke to
'Cause
me.
that might be way worse than I was originally thinking. I thought maybe it lit itself on fire. It's speaking to you. Oh God.
It
Um,
Do you,
also prevented me from making it smaller
Clayne's
by
like
okay,
blasting me
that
in the face.
Clayne kind of like trots like backwards towards Tivna a little bit. He's like, "You said talk to you?" He says.
I
Right
can
now, it's
figure.
quiet.
I can figure
Um,
out what it is for you.
It
I learned a
also
little.
knows one of us.
That's very ominous here. All right. Can I try and figure out what this thing is? Uh,
I'm pretty sure it's one of those sentient weapons, says Clayne.
yeah, but a lot of those are like evil sometimes, right? There's a good
This
number
is
of
why
evils
I
that do work.
intend to check intentions.
Yeah,
Um,
I can identify it for us so that we can see like if it is evil, like one of those evil people or not, man.
Okay, but do not touch for reasons of we do not know what it will do to you guys.
I don't know. I'm very
mhm.
sound of mind of an individual. I feel perfectly capable of dealing with something entering my head, especially after the whole headless horseman debacle last night and such.
And thing is I am not, and yet I have resisted it.
Well, yeah, but you also resisted it again, headless horseman. I'm assuming, unless you're just like immune to it. Either way, I feel as though we both are opposite sides of the spectrum, yet very capable of dealing with whatever mental threats there are.
Do you want to roll for this?
Oh, oh.
I just want to cast identify for you, so sure.
Hold on.
Figgy, give me a.
Actually, I'm just realizing. Actually, casting identify might not be a good idea. As said, I tried to shrink it and got blasted in the face.
Hmm. Figgy, can you give
I
me?
can.
Yes.
Can you give me a perception or insight on either Shae or Tamara, and then roll the 4.
All right. Perception students has a better bonus, so
Mhm.
I mean, that stands to reason. I did say it does know one of us. So I did.
24, and let's roll this d4.
Mhm. Mm.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, you notice about 2 things. The one thing is that one Shay seems very antsy, meaning she's walking more faster than the others, like right like ahead of you guys.
Trying
Um,
to avoid it.
yeah, basically. And you see Tamara kind of like trying to go towards Shay or tries to like calm Shay down, like walking behind her, just grabbing her hand.
I feel this
Mm.
is better with us than someone else's hand.
Figgy sees this, notices the agitation, and will decide to take out his guitar.
Okay.
And when he does this, he's going to attempt to. I should have a spell for this. One second. Um. No, because heroism requires a touch. But hmm. Okay, I think I know how I want to do this.
Mhm.
So he notices that the two are like catching up and trying to I guess console each other a bit.
Mhm.
So Figgy is just gonna do the curious cat thing,
Mm-hmm.
and first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna pat both of them on the top of the head.
Wait, how tall is Vicky?
It's 5'7".
5'7". Okay. You bab the tall Shae and Tamara on the head, and they both at the same time. You just see them like pause at the same time. Tamara looks like you be like, what was? Shae's like, really?
You two seem rather stressed and a little bit bent out of shape. I don't know exactly what that's about, but I
I'm
can
also
assure
gonna
you.
roll perception to see if I see this. Well, because I haven't.
But
Yeah.
I can assure you this:
Mm-hmm.
there's absolutely nothing that we cannot handle, and there's absolutely nothing that we cannot handle. Everything is going to be perfectly fine. We're not gonna let anything bad happen to either one of you.
Shae's like,
We are all brave mates here. We've dealt with worse.
what are you talking about? I'm fine, right? I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. Tamara's like,
You say that, but I can see it in your body language. I can see your hand fidgeting. A brave person doesn't fidget.
Unless they're in
Are,
bed.
are you, are you? And she's like, it just goes over. Give me a persuasion actually, with advantage.
Okay. I also want to point out that as he pats both of them on the head, he actually casts heroism on them.
Okay. Tamara.
So that way it's a way to like kind of just ease the stress.
Yeah, you can tell that. Now looking at Tamara, she's a little bit more relaxed and everything. But it seems like Shay's a little bit more agitated. Um, you try to talk to Shay. Shay basically just like is not having it. And Tamara's like, Shay, can you just calm down? I'm gonna go over there, says Shay. I'm gonna climb a tree. Don't talk to me right now. Just goes over to like a nearby tree.
Hmm. This provides a challenge.
Yeah, you don't want to get stuck in the tree. We need to get a fireman to get you out.
Well,
I can get out of a tree just fine, thank you very much.
I kind of lived in trees for a majority of my life. I mean, I don't
I
know.
was
It
making
seems
a
like
joke of cats getting stuck in trees.
I understand what the joke was. I'm just saying, Biggie, you don't have to take this penultimate journey, or I can do it for you.
Oh no. He's
no.
going to start to fly.
Uh, I appreciate that, but I don't think I would necessarily need to climb a tree to make sure that our friend is okay. But if you want to go ahead and take the high ground in case something bad happens, I'm not gonna stop you for it.
I have the high ground.
All right. I'm still very concerned about this shiny weapon you just picked up.
Let's see
That top.
if Shay climbs this tree.
God. Oh no.
It's always a joke.
Uh,
God damn it. Alright, so she climbs it okay, I guess. Have her foot a little bit slip a little bit, but she catches herself, just goes and just in her like I guess you could tell I guess she's angry, just like going up in the tree. Goes on top of the branches and kinda like I guess grabs like an apple from the tree. Bites into it like angrily. And she pulls up her hood. And she's moping.
Give me a minute. I'll try to talk to her or something. So Figgy's gonna attempt to climb the tree.
All right, give me acrobatics.
15.
All right, so you clamber
Don't
down.
have climb feats?
You climb this tree.
There are only 3 of them.
There were
Sorry.
4 of them.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Hold on, no
It's
dessert
okay.
for you, baby.
So you climb on top of the tree and you catch up to Shae, which is basically she's sitting the branch right like above you, and she sees you. She's like, "Go away."
I'm not approaching any further than this. I understand that you need your space. However, as a teammate, at least for the time being, we do have a strong policy against people who mope. So what you moping about?
I mean, you wouldn't understand.
I don't need to understand. I just need to know.
Give me persuasion.
24.
Oh shit! All right, so she mulls over for a bit and then she finally says,
Excuse me.
"It's this place, okay? I don't know why. It agitates me, and being near that thing," points at the sword, "also agitates me. I don't know why. It does."
Well, the sword does remember you, specifically.
You mean the sword that
Speaks.
Tivna is holding?
Yeah.
Why does it bother you?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Kind of like frustrated. She kind of like crosses her arms.
Okay, you don't have to try to do the PC talk and try to dumb it down. Just say what the problem is. There's no judgment for you here, okay?
Like, I don't know why I'm angry. It's like I don't remember. It's just a blank.
If
And
it's just a blank, seems to be happening to more than just you, Shae. The old man's been blanking. I'm pretty sure there are other people here blanking, and it seems to be all tied to the Dullahan.
Mr. No Head.
Tiffany, give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom?
Mhm.
13.
13. You hear the same entity in your head, from the sword say, "Hey,
Yes.
only I remembered why." Though it
It remembers something.
I don't trust the crap out of that until I can figure out what it is, alright? That thing, like, if it didn't speak, it wouldn't be as much of a problem, but the fact that it speaks is highly concerning.
On top of that, it knows one of us.
I guess that's also a little tack on to concerns, alright?
More
I can handle
reason-
one concern at a time.
More reason
I-
to have it than let
I-
someone else have it.
Who said
I
who said anything about letting anyone else have it? I just think no one should have it unless we can figure out what it is.
Tamara's like,
Mine.
whatever it is, we don't know its alignment yet. Then looks at that Shae. "Shae, don't be a baby."
I'm not gonna go call them on you guys. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm joking.
She was like, "Come on, Shae, don't be a baby."
There's no need for hurtful words or statements.
I mean, shrugs. Shay's like, but like at Tamara. "Also you, god dang." you ever since we got here, you also agitate me. I don't. Clan's like, you know, maybe calm down for a little bit. Maybe we just, just get out of here just for a few minutes and then you can calm down. I don't know, he says. You know, also, he says, you know what makes me really calm me down? Maybe some violence. I don't know.
Uh, that's one way to look at it, yes. But you said that Tamara causes you problems too?
I mean, agitates. Like, ever since we got here, and Tim and I can hear. No, doesn't hear anything more like this silence. And give me an insight, Tivna.
Okay, going to roll for insight.
Oh god.
Do I get advantage or disadvantage?
Advantage because Pick's there.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
Might be happy to give the help action.
Oh. Alright, so you can tell that silence that of the entity basically you can tell that he knows something about Tamara as well. He's just not saying anything at the moment.
Methinks it knows them too.
Yeah, every time this sword is brought up about its knowledge is each point towards the concern board, the longer we know nothing about this blade.
Better than having left it behind.
This is Jennifer. I just wanted to confirm that we're meeting tomorrow.
I mean, you say that, but until you appeared, it had been left quietly on a store shelf, presumably, or a weapon rack. I'm not exactly sure where you grabbed it from his store, but somewhere.
And
Well, the way how I see it, we can do one of two things at this point. Either A, we take the sword back to the shop and make it seem like you just didn't walk out of there like it was a thief or anything. Just place it back there and pretend nothing happened. Or B, just continue about your business and walk.
No, I don't think we can just put it back. We now know of its existence. The fact that it's a talking sword. We could have lived in ignorance and bliss, but now it exists.
We can still live in ignorance. It's not going to be anywhere near us, right?
Yeah, but the problem is the lack of bliss. This is a very concerning weapon, Vicky. You have to understand that. We just need to figure preferably something out about it.
So you want to figure out about the blade rather than put it back where we originally found it and thus forget about its existence entirely.
We need to know if it will hurt us in the long run, if it can be dangerous or harmful, or if it can be an asset, an ally, whatever. It is technically living, so I guess ally fits more in this nomenclature.
Owner was Shae.
Oh,
See, it's all sorts of contradiction. We don't know if it's good or bad. We don't know anything about it. I would like to learn more about it.
Previously.
well, we can look at it like this. Would a person running a shop hold a cursed blade in his shop?
Maybe that one, to be specifically.
I kind of hope it's not a cursed item because that would be the second one I've held, and
Well, do you want me to?
does not want to let go.
Alright, well, do you want me to figure out whether or not this thing is cursed or not? I have
I
no way to
mean,
do that.
if you want to, I guess just if it magically punches you in the face as well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Don't worry, I'll learn to grit my teeth.
I don't
So,
have teeth to grit.
uh,
A
well,
disturbing fact: penguins do have teeth, and it is
They
very much cursed.
I think it's cool, but sure.
Have you
well,
seen the inside of a penguin's mouth? It is cursed as heck.
I don't get cursed very easily. Um,
well, in that regard, just give me a moment.
Okay.
So Figgy takes out our very favorite purple crystal that usually handles all the cursed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Show out the blade.
I hold it out.
Alright, you hold it out. You
I will
both.
give Piggy help action if they
Okay.
need it.
Alright.
Penguins have more teeth than we do, I think.
It is at this point that you see Tamar kind of like go. Try to. Well, calm down, Shae, while you guys are reading this. And as you do this, both of you give me a religion check.
Okay.
Penguins are interesting creatures for sure.
That's a 13.
Should
Okay?
I also roll it since I'm, holding it still?
Yeah.
So I'm rolling it too. I'll have
I
Jackson give
got
me
a
help action.
19.
Mm-hmm. 19.
16.
Alright. As you guys are holding the items, um, everyone can see that the crystal, sort of just slowly pulsate, into a strange color you have not seen yet, a gray color. Um, and as you like see this, you also see this sort of kind of like also pulsate, and you three can hear a voice. You can tell that's coming from the sword itself.
Ah, there you are.
What are you doing?
It depends. Who's the voice that's speaking to us right now?
Well, if I showed you my name, you might use it as a weapon against, well, who knows?
Well, that depends. Is your enemies
have
our
reason.
enemies, or is your enemies our allies?
My enemy, well, chaotic, henceforth took many things of,
I mean,
well, people.
Could you
Keep.
repeat that in muffled on my end?
A, well, and the enemy.
I guess they failed perception.
Oh no.
I'm joking.
If the one enemy, the one that, well, what do you call, took everything that Shae loved.
Mr. No Head.
Alright, that's an interesting take on what this is. A little more reassuring. That takes a pin out of one of the multitude of many concerns that I have.
I am not your enemy. Rather, what the entity Swai is called, Chaos Entity. So,
Oh, you.
Alright, so
So you mean our favorite chaos god known as Slide? That's your enemy?
Yes.
Then I think we're in the same boat.
Really?
That takes a lot more pins of concern out. Or that does make things a little bit better. Uh, you are very concerning. You picked one of the craziest individuals who has just stacked more concerns by explaining what you are. This is far less concerning actually talking to you.
I'm sorry. Some, you know, sometimes you find enemies that want to use you, and that's why I was taking precautions. You, he's now like in kind of like a astral like projection of himself. Um, this cloaked, jet black hair, beard, and long like hair running past me, like these like fingernails, long fingernails, and he's not wearing any shoes, at least in the projection itself.
I mean, it's not either projected and real life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, neither is Tivna wearing shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even wearing
Cold
pants.
and all.
Mm-hmm.
Shush you.
And he looks around, and he's gonna vibe check everyone.
All right, sure.
He's gonna
Must
vibe.
we roll to resist or to succeed vibe check?
Wisdom save.
Can I vibe check him back?
Yes, yes, you can.
I rolled the 10.
Alright.
That's an insight. Alright.
Alright,
Alright.
cool.
So
me,
was
me and the bird, we're vibe checking.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Alright.
you said wisdom save, right?
Yeah,
Wisdom's.
with a wisdom roll. Oh shit. Okay, cool.
Wait, was it a flat wisdom roll or a save?
A roll.
Okay.
Alright. So he looks at Tifna. He already like knows a little bit about Tifna. Like because he really, interacted with them. Yes, yes. And then like when he gets to pick. Interesting. And he can actually see your alignments too. And he looks at
I'm not
Figgy.
too concerned about my alignment.
What happened?
I'm not too concerned about him knowing my alignment.
I would be a bit more concerned considering what alignment I did choose.
Hmm.
Now, what happens with Piggy's vibe check?
So his he's a neutral entity, but like he's more, I get it would say not evil. It's just that he's neutral, and he wants to help. You know.
Wow, me and him have so much in common.
I am chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
I am neutral, just here to help.
Mm-hmm. And when it gets to Figgy, he raises his eyebrows a little bit. Huh. Interesting. And then he's gonna vibe check also tomorrow. And then he's gonna squint. He's gonna squint it tomorrow.
Okay, I'm a character. I'm just going to say this.
Mm-hmm.
It would be hilarious if he vibe checks the dwarf and only just gets a bunch of static because they're just constantly drunk. You can't really have an alignment if you're so drunk that you don't know what's going on now, dude. Can you?
More like the A just looks at Klein. And they're like,
Dial-up noises.
you just hear everyone just hears like a staticky dial-up noise.
Did you just vibe check Klein?
Yeah, and then you just hear Klein just like, "Nope, get out of my head."
We just see the dude just get secondhand drunk from Klein's vibe check.
No, Klein immediately becomes sober and he becomes drunk instead.
Oh no.
The drunkenness transferred.
Damn. But no. And then Squid said Tamara. Ah. Oh. And then his eyes widen a little bit. Oh. Huh. And then looks at everybody. It looks like something is amiss here, he says.
How so?
Other than your new, thing you're gonna have to deal with.
And kind of like nods at Tamara. And he's like, seems like she has, I can't really get a reading on her. Strange.
I don't think any of us could. Also, I mean, does it really matter?
But her aura is just all over the place.
I mean, I guess that's to be expected. I guess. I don't know. I kind of trust her because she kind of brought us all here in the first place into a group. And like so far, aside from Tivna, we're all reasonable people. Tivna's a little more of the chaotic side of the reasonality.
Mhm.
By the way, I just whispered to him, "I'm sorry that you're gonna have to deal with them."
You can tell that that Shae and Tamara cannot hear him because they're so like not in tune. Well, that kind of explains the whole spiritual blockage, and well, say the dark purple aura around that woman. You point at Tamara.
I mean, Piggy, you've known her way longer than all of us. This guy's a pretty chill dude. He's surprisingly, I can understand him surprisingly well. Uh, he, he just, I don't know, it just feels like I'm a lot closer to him, idealistically. Uh, and so, like, I don't think we have any reason to particularly be afraid of him. He's probably going to be a fairly big ally in our upcoming situations. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. Is there like some big scary story with Tamara? Because it doesn't feel like it. She's kind of just been, a really nice person.
To my knowledge, Tamara doesn't seem like she's hiding anything from me, and she never really had a reason to. She's actually been quite open for anything that seemed rather, suspicious.
And um this entity, not actually. It kind of sounds like a facade to me. I mean, look at her aura, man. And he kind of like helps you out with like. Actually, give me an Arcana check really quick. He's gonna just tap.
Okay.
He's gonna boop you in the nose a little bit.
Jack's gonna help me out.
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
I got a 16.
You said
Uh-huh.
Arcana?
Yep.
Yes.
Gonna boop each of you in the nose. Stevna, you don't see
You know,
anything.
Piggy, what up to me?
Part of me is sad that I rolled a 2 and not a 1, only just because imagine boop on the nose followed by just pew! Just too strong a boop.
Boop. And so he boops you in the nose, and Figgy and Pig can, when they look over to Tamara, now the moment he booped you in the nose, they'll be able to see her aura is massively huge, and dark purple, like he says.
Um, dark purple meaning what exactly?
Dark purple aura,
Mm-hmm.
like surrounding Tamara.
Yeah, but what does that usually mean in terms of alignments? Because wasn't her aura something different before?
Yeah, it was to you. It was not to everyone. It was like about like this light pink. Um, dark purple. Give me a history.
Okay, I put something in in the Discord.
Wow.
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Timna's aura. Wait. Oh no. Basically. Oh. Oh, all these pictures. Alright.
Oh yeah, that's where they're going to show them how many teeth a penguin has. Surprisingly, more than a human does.
Oh fuck. That's all 20. Okay. Um
Slowly, quietly giggling to myself at the pictures of the penguin. Because again, to me, they're not cursed. That's just life.
yeah. So
To be fair, life is rather cursed. Don't tell
Figgy.
him I said that. I'm joking.
Um
I'm joking.
you look at her aura, you realize you've like you remember that there's remember in one of your times in a book somewhere and from mages that having a dark purple aura means evil, malice. Um, though when it seems that Tamara doesn't seem to know. And you've seen that you haven't really seen her aura since she got here.
So is that not normal, Figgy?
Um, I I need a moment. Hold on a second. Cause he's trying to think back to the time when he met that really nice woman that gave Figgy the what did Figgy get that was supposed to detect good and evils and stuff like that? I know he got something.
It's like a little pendant.
Yeah, a pendant.
We're reaching real deep down into the story for this one.
And he remembers that it was active around Tamara, and Tamara had a good aura on it.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, when the hell did that change?
If you ask me, it probably has something to do with this place for sure. Even Shae saying that when we got here, Tamara started activating her irritation. I'm heavily guessing that this place and its relation to whatever we're trying to get is very dangerous, and that if we're not careful, this could go very, very south.
Okay. So, person in the sword, What is your name?
He sighs. Might as well tell you, since I trust you now. And he sighs and he says, the name's Rasputin.
You just see Pick bopping his head to the beat of Rasputin.
I fucking knew it! I fucking
Alright.
knew it! Rasputin
Okay.
is my
So
true
that's
name.
So, what exactly is your function to do? Aside from detecting people's aura and able to, I guess, avoid certain magical spells, what
No,
exactly
not
do
avoid.
you do?
Blast you in the face before you can use them.
Well, originally I was Shae's patron. Um, Also, I used to be immortal before, but that doesn't matter right now. But yes, I used to give Shae some of my power long ago when she remembered, you know. But
So, hypothetically speaking, if we were to just give you to Shae, what would happen?
well, part of her memory would resurface again.
Would they be bad memories or good memories, the neutral kind?
Well, it's a good kind. Well, a good kind, and as for the Dullahan,
Yes or no, head?
I might inside check this phrase "good memories."
mm-hmm,
Me too.
mm-hmm.
Bird brains together strong. 22.
I mean, 2 bird brains are better than 1 human brain, I guess.
Okay, so so both of you could tell that the good memories is actually he's telling the truth about that. Good memories.
To be
Um.
fair,
Mhm.
to be fair, one person's definition of good memories does not necessarily make it false. This means
Mhm.
that they see it differently.
Yeah. And so if you want to know the truth now, the Dullahan.
Yes or no, head?
Yes. Have you ever heard of the four horsemen of Varkaril?
There are more Mr. No heads?
Can I do a history, survival, what sort of check?
History. Everyone.
Figure out. Yep.
Alright, cool. Is it undead related?
Yes.
Roll a 12.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
13.
13? Okay. Oh, motherfucker.
Net 20.
Oh my god.
And it saved me from that 5 because they're undead, baby. Favorite enemy.
It's cool. Alright, so Tivna and Figgy just only vaguely recall some of the stories of the cursed undead. That's what they're called. They're cursed. But Pick having that nat 20
And favorite enemy.
and favorite enemy.
Unnecessary bonus, but flex on us anyways.
You
This
you heard from a person that they call the ancient storyteller. They usually like tell stories, right? They tell stories normally that you've heard, and seen this. You've heard this ancient storyteller talk about the four horsemen of Varkaril long ago, in the times of um, the of Winter's Crest. At the same time, the four horsemen, war, famine, conquest. Um, conquest, and death. Um, in each of them, you could that they basically were an instrument to a ancient chaos deity to bring chaos forth, as well as try to unseal her away from, you know, from her prison at the at an abyss realm. And you heard that about one of them was Akane Hanazawa, but was turned back into mortal form with the help of Winter's Crest, and basically turned good, as well as Death, the Horseman of Death. And if you figure out that they had no name, but they had something to do with that group as well. They set foot in Silent Peak, at least in their mortal forms. They don't. They haven't. The ancient storyteller didn't really like get in with the whole actual name for that, for that one. But the other two, their identities were Ferdinand Okios, which was basically killed off by some assassin. And the fourth one was an ex-paladin knight. And they brought destruction upon the lands until Zwei was put back together, back into that realm again. Sealed off. And give me one more history check.
Okay.
Is it still undead related?
No.
Alright, cool.
And I have to get one as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Me and
roll
Piggy.
3. 17.
Cool.
Me and Piggy with that 13 duo.
Alright, so Figgy and Pig can faintly recall that long ago that there was a war of some sort. Tivna though has read books about the history of this war that happened about 200, 300 years ago. And in it, in the book, there was like a mural of like of the Sea Elves and the humans, kind of like at war. And you only see like only about one horseman amongst them, which was, as you could tell with the text, is the horseman of conquest, which was basically, it's in the colorful illustration, was basically a green flamed Dullahan.
If I recall, which color was the flames of this one, Mr. No Head?
At the moment, as you recall, this was like this, like kind of like clear. But actually, give me a history just to remember a little bit more.
Seen again.
Oh shit. Okay. So
Same exact roll as last time.
All right. So you start to
Can we go
remember.
for 3 in a row this time?
You start to remember. Now the little details. It wasn't clear, but pink.
Hmm. Hmm. And what are the 4 different Mr. No Heads? I'm going to keep calling him that.
Okay. So, give me one more history check.
Right, okay. Rolling and smooth brained.
Okay. Good enough. Sorry. Good enough. Okay, sorry. All right. So you could just remember the colors. You flip over the page. When you remember, you flip over the page and you see like the 4 horsemen. One's green, one's pink, one's green, and one's blue.
You said green twice.
Yeah. No, sorry. Green, pink, green, pink, red, and blue.
Hmm. And if only we knew which one the pink one was.
Give me
Really
one.
not conquest.
Give me one more history check.
Can of us?
Yeah.
Have you been taking your history lessons recently, class?
Apparently so.
Alright.
Apparently so.
So you remember some of the text and stuff. The green one you could on the subtitle it said the Dullahan of Conquest, Horsemen of Conquest. Blue one was Horsemen of War. The red one was Horsemen of Famine, and then the pink one is the Horsemen of Death.
Well, this bodes poorly. This bodes very poorly.
Pick's just off cursing in Vidalcan.
Oh no! Why?
Look, I have the language. I don't know why, and if I'm gonna have it, I might as well use it.
Why do I imagine dolphin noises coming from my pig?
Yeah, well, canonically, that is now what is between Vidalcan being dolphin noises or Aquan being dolphin noises. I'll let you decide.
Loud dolphin noise, like.
Yes. God dang. So with this information, what does Tifna do? Does she tell the party or?
Yeah. The one we met was the pink one,
You know what? That makes sense.
which is, well, the Horseman of Death. I wonder if they would enjoy that.
Curses more consistently in Vidalcan.
In what? I mean, I'm sorry. I thought you were swearing in dolphin.
No, Vidalcan. It's the blue alien race. I don't know how it got on my character sheet, but like it's from my Is It engineer.
Well, that's
background.
mildly less interesting now.
But like, yeah, no, I speak blue alien people, and I'm just cursing in their language.
I mean,
What does
Clay.
it mean you were speaking Navi?
Essentially, probably. I mean, they're more like Megaminds, actually. The race is a lot closer to Megamind.
Yeah. It's from part of the Magic the Gathering franchise.
Interesting. I did not know this. in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
But now
cursing in
this shatters
Megamind.
my vision of them just shouting in Dolphin.
um.
Which, I'm sorry, is far more interesting in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's
Mm-hmm.
hilarious to think about.
And
Nice.
Rasputin kind of like nods at you guys. Is gonna like be like, it seems like something sparked in your mind just now.
With this information, especially from Tivna, the Horseman of Death. Yeah, this is sparking a lot of things. Yeah, Tivna's over here talking about undoing our magical attempts. Do you mind if I like cast identify on your sword? I would very much like to know what we can do to make sure we don't all get murdered.
He kind of like
Please.
he kind of like thinks for a bit. I guess I yes, I don't mind. Since you said please and whatnot, and politely, of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I'll just go ahead and use my one free identify because like I get one of those for is it engine? No, artificer initiate. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I can cast it again using normal spell slots, but I'll save those for other spells.
Okay. Let me look up identify really quick before I say anything. I gotta remind myself.
Uh, yeah, identify. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. The next part is if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. And then the last part is a living creature. If I touch a living creature, which I don't think I'm doing.
Okay. So there's the property of it. So you identify it. It takes you about a minute or two. Um,
Hmm.
and you identify it. You tell that it has basically necrotic damage properties if you attack with it. Um, it also does some ice damage with it. And you notice that like on the hilt, you can tell that there's a little drawing on it. You look forward. It's filled with like mm, ar- arcanic magic. So
Arcane?
yeah, the arcane magic. It seems like
Also,
it's
sword is mine now.
um, it has these. It has the glyphs. Uh, it's a drawing, but it's a glyph. Um, it's the spell for that one. You tell it's glyph of warding. Um, and on the so you look closer. Give me a either an insight or a perception, like.
Great question. I technically get better rolls with perception. I need to get a proficiency on insight later, but for now,
Hmm.
uh, yeah, I'm just gonna have Jackson give me the help action.
Okay.
23.
Okay. You you look down. You see it's a little itched. It's itching in there. It has a drawing of a tiefling. Curved, kind of like those like curved horns a little bit. What looks to be a puff of hair on top. Um, wearing like kind of like this like gypsy dress. It's a little like art of with a little bit of the wings and like the tail. Um, and like those a little tiny lute. The eyes are kind of like etched into there, the nose, the mouth, and it seems like she's like kind of like posing, and she's holding hands um with what looks to be a gruff-looking, taller person. A little bit of the short hair, eyes, nose, mouth. They're wearing like a long cape, a little bit of a long cape, a little bit with the hoodie, with kind of like furry, like fancy, um, like fine clothing, with gloves, and they have like a rapier, which basically looks like the one that you're holding.
Mhm.
If you look closer in, give me an insight on the drawings themselves.
All right, bird, get brains together strong.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, it's a 10.
Um, for the insight,
It was going to happen eventually.
you can tell that were like not too much like detailed drawn. You can tell, but you could like you could. There's a familiarity to the taller person, which is basically a drawing of Shae.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so I learned its properties, and it being a sentient weapon, you could just choose if they lend their power or not.
mm-hmm.
So this is gonna go ahead and go. Okay, wow, that's actually not very helpful against the undead, unfortunately. So I mean, it'd be great against fire, holy creatures, a lot of things. Undead, not the case, and that's what we're gonna be fighting a lot of. Oh, that's not particularly the weapon we'd want to bring in for that type of situation.
You can
Hmm.
make up for it with fire.
Yeah,
With mm-hmm.
that's your whole specialty. Little concerning for the rest of us, but yes, indeed, your specialty.
uh,
That being said,
mm-hmm.
Sword is
you
mine.
can uh technically no, it's Shay's. It has her signal on it and everything, man.
I left my sword back there. It's trade.
We can grab your sword. You can just do you have like any proof that that's your sword in the store? Like you put your signature on it as Shay did on this one.
I do not have it for long.
I see. Well, do you think you could smuggle a second sword? I mean, he is kind of an old man who's a little decrepit thanks to the darkness of this forest. Jackson can help you out if you'd like. But like this is Shay's. It has her memories in it. It's kind of a little messed up not to let her at least have that back too.
The council will deliberate.
Okay. The
I don't
council
really
will
know what to do here.
Okay. So what is fig?
Pick has no qualms about stealing things.
I mean, technically, not entirely, as long as it's for a good reason. Or because it's
Mhm.
shiny.
It's shiny, they said. With the gavels, it's shiny. Get it. Um. So yeah, what is Figgy doing at the moment?
If I do this for you, Magic Man, what do I get for it? I'm talking to the astral projection. If
Oh,
I do this
mm,
and give you to your previous owner, what do I get for this?
do you like trinkets?
Explain.
You know, shiny trinkets.
Explain what trinket do.
Just a trinket.
Well, no, to be a trinket, it has to do something.
Well, it makes funny sounds. Do you want the funny sounds? Or maybe something else?
They say something else implies that there is something else.
Hmm.
Funny sounds is great, but I'm listening.
What about hmm a gem that can basically summon an elemental to your side.
Just
Well,
pick and whispers over to the kobold. That's actually a really good deal. Like,
that sounds fun. Tell me more.
Well, you get to choose from water, fire, earth, or air.
Okay. And where is item?
Kind of like
Is it also in the store?
yes,
Mm.
yes, it's in the storage. You have to
Drag me to it.
uh, Muffin?
Drag me to it. And yeah.
Hmm.
Because we're
And
going on a goddamn heist.
also a heist, a heist. And while this is going on, give me a perception check really quick.
1 second.
Yes.
and Jackson's gonna help them heist, and I'll be helping Figgy with his thing.
Mhm.
All right. Don't close out. Don't close out. Okay, cool. It doesn't close out. All right.
Mhm.
What was the roll?
Perception.
Perception.
Oh.
17.
Okay, so you notice that Tamara is basically now helping Shae down out of the tree, and you could tell that Shae is basically knocked out.
Are they? No.
Then you look over at Tamara. Tamara's like, she notices you. She's like, I kind of had to knock her out a little bit. She was being very stubborn.
Always with the knocking the people out and the stubbornness. Now, is the aura effect still active?
It's still active, yeah.
What does Shay's aura look like?
This is a good question. None of us have bothered to check. They can't look at where I am because it would be blinding.
So, you look at Shay's aura. Her aura is kind of like this light blue, meaning that her alignment is good. I guess you could. It's neutral good.
Hmm. So Shay's alignment is that color, but Tamara's is the other color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm saying, man, I'm blaming it purely on this place, and now even more so on the fact that basically a horseman of death is also here, and there's just a lot of connections to Swy and stuff.
Wait a second.
Uh,
Hold on. Just to clarify something. What color's my aura?
I look at Figgy and see what color his aura is. Figgy, you can look at mine. I'm assuming neutral is gray, right?
Yeah, gray.
Yeah.
Neutral good is like well, it's what kind of like this also a little bit of darker blue, but like it's just a light blue. For Figgy's, what alignment is Figgy?
Neutral good.
Neutral good. Okay, also, basically it's those pastel colors of like green and like blue and pink. So
It has
Figgy,
a
picks.
lot of beautiful pastel colors.
Yes. Um. Yes. Kinda good for Tifna.
What's this about colors you guys are talking about?
You do you open your eyes? Does Tifna open her eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. So she opened her. They open their eyes and they see that Figgy is surrounded by a light green aura, and Pig has like this darkish, almost dark blue color of aura.
Hmm.
As
And what do they see as mine?
yours is this bright orange.
Mm.
This bright orange
Oh,
with
so
Yeah,
it's not
Pix,
RGB.
Pix is gonna go ahead and whisper over to Vicky. I think that just means they're an arsonist.
Really?
you also see like tinges of like red at the edges.
So red
So
at the
it's not
edges.
RGB.
RGB. RGB. Mm-hmm.
So red with a red at the tinge of the edges and orange. So
Mhm.
that I guess means chaotic neutral.
Chaotic good.
That's what that means.
I think so. You look where you do you look at Klein as well?
No, I think we got enough of the
No.
screeching.
No, we look at them. We look at them.
I don't look at Klein, but I glance at Klein. What do I glance at that?
You see that he's like this foresty green.
Okay, that makes sense. That
That
sounds about
means.
right.
This foresty green just basically means he's chaotic good.
Wait, but I'm chaotic good.
Maybe. He's good, but he's just green. Foresty green. And you
Okay,
just
what you seem doesn't seem all that bad. It actually sounds rather appropriate for him.
he just like you just see him like flex randomly his muscles. Yeah. He looks over. She's like, "Oh, yeah, I was just flexing my muscles." He says.
Carry on, big guy. You have fun with that.
All right. He just goes over and just starts to flex. Theron's like, we should probably get going to that place. You guys wanted to, or you guys want to do something else?
Well, if I recall, aren't we on the topic of getting another sword?
Yes. Wait, we're
How, pray tell, are we going to do this?
Now you're just gonna take your sword back.
Clayton's like, we're stealing swords now. What?
No, we're not stealing swords or anything like that. We're just figuring things out while also walking towards the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Is this an active hospital? Because if it is, then you sure you want fire to be anywhere near there?
In normal hospitals, no, but in considering the circumstances, it might come in handy. I just don't know where yet.
Oh, probably here, there, a little bit everywhere. Can be more
Also,
on fire.
Also, you said that my order was chromatic, like it had multiple colors.
Pastel.
Pastel.
Pastel. Yeah.
Uh, pastel what?
I think there was some blue, there was some pink.